I'm a survivor of physical, sexual, and verbal abuse. Many, many years of it. I would probably say about, maybe about 12 years of it. So I would say things probably started spiraling out of control by the time I got to high school. I was able to maintain, and my mother still thought I was a good little girl up until that point. I was very, very depressed. I was very, very hypersexual and engaging in a lot of behaviors that were making life very difficult for me. So my mother took me to a psychiatrist, and what he told her was I was going to need lots of medication and lots of long-term therapy, and that I would never be well. It was like somebody had woken me up and said, hey, tapped me on the shoulder, hey, the world just ended. So what are you gonna do now? So I decided I was gonna run amok. So that's what I did. I thought that there was something wrong with me for having those experiences. I thought it was my fault that I had those experiences, and I thought that they were supposed to be kept secret, and that's really what kept me from healing overall. I didn't start healing until somebody said, oh my God, what happened to you? That was always avoided. It was my daughter that made me want to do something different. I'm a mother. I'm a single mother. I have 3 children. My daughter, 18, son, 12, and another daughter who's 7. Well, this was before any of my other children were born, and my daughter woke me up and she shook me and she said, Mom, I had the most wonderful dream, and we were in heaven, and there was a party and everybody was there, and she named all of my family members that were at this party in heaven, and she said, well, Mom, wait a minute, you weren't there. And her saying that to me reminded me of my death, not necessarily my physical death, but my spiritual death, my emotional death. And I decided I need to do something. This isn't who I want to be. I don't want to be out there degrading and disrespecting myself. I want to be a role model to my children. And now, it's not about coping. It's about living. It's about supporting. It's about sharing. I don't know what life is going to be like every day when I wake up. It's a surprise. I just get up and say, well, it's another day. It's another day it's another beautiful day, which I'm being allowed to take another breath. That wasn't the way I thought in the past, It was trying to make it through each day. It was waiting and hoping that maybe the pain would end, but I was told that it wouldn't. Now I know that life comes with struggles, and I've been given the tools to deal with those struggles. It's a very different feeling, a negative outlook on life, and kind of the whole darkness and despair and doom, versus the whole beauty of life and what it can be, and that we never know what's going to happen next. And I'm welcoming the negative experiences and the positive experience because it just leaves more room for growth.